Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bash and Yahweh Shai, Bash and Harakakutash. Double and sons of the apostles and the elders of great men shall not surely do well. Peace and blessings unto the Ark and surely four corners of the earth. It's predicate gospel, day in and day out, and all sincerity and with all diligence. This is matter of from the children that come to us. Come into the Spirit and the power of the Lord to do our next video to edify the Lord's flock. Now, I did this video about after 6 this morning, and when I done the video, just disappeared from off my phone, so I had to redo it. The adversary coming again, once again, against my Lord to cause a hinder in the Lord's work, but through the power of the Lord, nothing gonna be able to, hinder his work, hinder his men from edifying and from teaching. But it's gonna be, a quick lesson on this article here, speaking about the safe zones, the safe zones in Trinidad, where they introduce certain locations or certain facilities that you won't be able to gain entrance to or to participate in unless you have been vaccinated, and that's no slack. Unless you have been vaccinated, and they call it safe zones, zones where only members of the public who've been, vaccinated, could go. And for some may see this as something convenient, but to us, the man of the Lord is a trap. As a matter of fact, the put it as a trap in the title of the article. It says lure of TT safe zones leads to long lines at vaccination sites. It says, while there are mixed feelings about the government's impending introduction of TT safe zones, the threat of being excluded from leisure type activities is persuading some people to get the COVID-19 vaccines. With the vaccines dubbed the way out of the 18-month-old pandemic, scores of people queued up at the Southern Academy for Performing Arts in San Fernando yesterday. It says it was in stark contrast to scenes over the last few weeks when there were no long lines and people were trickling in at the various vaccination sites to get the jab. For the past couple of weeks, people didn't have time. People weren't busy about getting vaccinated because it didn't matter to them. But now they use, the theater, the gym, restaurants, bars as an enticement to come and take the vaccine, because they say about 3 or 4 days ago, if you don't take the vaccine, you're not going to be able to enter these places starting from the 11th of October. So some people, as the article say, having the threat of being excluded from leisure type activities persuaded them into taking that COVID-19 jab. And before I jump to the scripture, I'm just going to look up this word, lure. It says tempt a person or animal to do something or to go somewhere, especially by offering some form of reward, something that tempts or is used to tempt a person or animal to do something. It says a type of bait used in fishing or hunting, and it actually comes from the German word luder, which means bait. Say that it's bait. What does use bait for? It is used bait to hunt an animal, to attract it so that it could kill it when it reach. And that is what these people want to do. These people want to lure you people or bait you people into taking the COVID-19 jabs. And then when they take it, if something happened to you, it's like they're not claiming any responsibility for it because it was your decision, but you was baited. They say they're not forcing it, but it's actually a bait, or they're paying it in the form of not forcing it, but actually actually they're forcing it on you people to take the job because they know you people, some of y'all can't do it without going to bars and going to gyms and going to cinemas. So they use that as the bait. When you look it up in this, let me see. When you look it up in this dictionary, Merriam-Webster, it says, which I'm not to two, it says an inducement to pleasure or gain, enticement. It says to attract artfully or adroitly or by arousing hope or desire, allure, bait, beguile, betray, decoy, lead on, seduce, solicit, tempt. And with all these words, you have a negative connotation with it. So they're not baiting you to actually get some good for yourself, but to actually harm in the end. Because that is what bait for, is to start track animals, to kill them or to catch them in the end. It says they decoy for attracting animals to capture. And that is what these elites have you done as. They say they have you done as goyim or cattle, as sheep for the slaughter. It says to draw with a hint of pleasure or gain, attract actively and strongly. So they put that bait in your eyesight so that you would go and take that COVID-19 jab. There's Ephesians 6 and verse 11. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that is the sorcery that they use. They use sorcery against your people to cause you all to bow, to cause you all to take heed or conform to their image, to their system. They use sorcery, they use witchcraft in the movies, in the advertisements, on the radio, constantly hearing take a jab, constantly seeing the ones that you see as leaders, your athletes, your entertainers, they promoting the jab, all like sorcery for or you call it peer pressure for you to go and take that job. But it says in verse 11, it says, put on the whole arm of the Most High, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. I'll go down to the root of our devil. It says diabolos, from violate Latin from Greek diabolos, accuser, slanderer. From diabolin, to slander, to throw a cross. So the devil actually deceives you people. So if he deceiving you, that means he gonna make it appear as one way. It's like an illusionist. An illusionist makes something appear one way while the trick is going on in the next hand. Take your eyes away from the trick while he focusing your attention on something else, and then he perform the trick somewhere else. And then when you see the trick, you're amused. You're amazed by it. Let's look up this word wiles. It says devious or cunning stratagems employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants, and what they want you to do is to take that job. It says lure, entice. Another way of saying something while something away. Lure or entice. Ancient way of saying wiles. It says devious or cunning stratagems employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. And that is what they're doing by introducing these safe zones. They're using cunning stratagems or strategies to persuade you to go and take that job. Hey, you love entertainment, you love to go and party, you love to go and you love to go and go to the gym, you love to go in the restaurants and eat, you have to go to the bar and take a drink. Guess what? Take that vaccine and you'll get to do all these things. They starve you from doing it for a period of 18 months, and now they're bringing it back to you. And that is the same thing that they're going to do with the MOTV. They're going to strip away everything that you have and then introduce the MOTV as the most convenient thing, as the savior. Exactly how they did it with this vaccine. This is the 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Understand? And that is part of his devices. His devices is evil's thoughts or intentions or plans. The end game is to microchip the whole world, or to get the whole world to be subject under him. To be a possession to him, to Esau. The elite ruling class of Esau wants to possess the whole world, mainly the Israelites. And we're not ignorant of that. So you're going to use all manner of wizardry, all manner of enticement, all manner of witchcraft, sorcery, to get his work done. And they're just part of it. So with that, I want to give all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Yakodash, the brothers unto the apostles and the elders of great ministers, not surely do well. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Till next time, I'm saying Shalom.